This is unbelievable. See, now I'm not sure. I have to look at prices, I bet. I'm sure it's way more expensive out here. Oh, look at that tiny little house. Oh my God, that's awesome. I wonder if anybody lives there. Dude, that's so awesome. Alright, let's keep looking. So behind me, you might be able to see it, there's a pull-off, and it looks like you could park an RV there. There's no plugs or anything. I might have to consider talking to the people who own these properties along here. See if that tiny cabin is occupied, and if not, is it rentable? And then two, if that's not an option, am I allowed to park an RV down here if I pay rent to somebody along this road? Because, I mean, you want to talk about secluded. This is back here. And it's a town of 100 people anyway, so it's not like there's a whole lot going on. In fact, I'd imagine there's probably not a whole lot of incomes either. I wonder how open. They have a board at the grocery mart here. I wonder how open they would be if I decided this is the place to go rather than the peninsula, to allowing me to rent a spot on somebody's property here for additional income. Have to take a look at that. Wow, I am really torn now. Coming out here, seeing it during the daytime. This is such an amazing little town. Wood burning stove. Oh, that's cool. What is that? It looks like there's only like 2 or 3 businesses in town, which isn't a bad thing. Kind of surprising. Well, maybe it's not surprising. The guy on the bike, so he's down at the other end of town now, pulling into his house, sees me all the way down the street and waves. Big wave. Went out of his way. Stellar. Look at the views, man. This is gorgeous. It's got a damn forest growing off the top of it. Looks like it's an abandoned property. Shit all over the place though, and I only got flip-flops. Might be worth checking into. Another one. I gotta think these must have been flood damaged. Otherwise, why are they abandoned? But the river's just like right over there. So I gotta think that maybe they're flood damaged. I'll have to see what the deal is with those, because if you can get them for pretty cheap, you know, obviously there's gonna be stipulations like you have to like tear down the building or something. They don't look like they're salvageable. I'll have to see. I wonder who I'd even talk to about that. Who would I even talk to about those types of things? I don't even know. Like, what, 30 seconds? I'm already into quote-unquote downtown. So, I'm going to pop in to somewhere here and see who I can contact about that piece of property, like who owns it, just out of curiosity. Okay, yeah, actually that is really creepy. It's a good Halloween decoration. I'm gonna go check out the river real quick. Look at this shit. It's amazing. I think it's a private residence. I'm gonna turn back. Got some good info from a guy that works here. I almost said his name. I didn't get permission to use his name, so I'm not gonna say it. Gave me a point of reference to talk to about those properties, and also where to rent from, which totally useful. And apparently there's a lot of people looking to rent out spots here, which is kind of cool, for additional income. A lot of them apparently are retired, which is kind of nice. Means they aren't going to be playing music really loud in the middle of the night. So that part's good to know. Looking around, I told him sort of the business stuff that I was talking about, and he brought us some other stuff, and all of it kind of coordinates with things I had done before. For example, they're starting a wilderness survival training thing, and I used to do escape and evasion training while I was in the service. So I'm out of practice and out of shape, clearly. So I'll need to do a lot of brushing up for that kind of stuff. But so that's a possibility of a summer job there. And the work here is primarily seasonal from the sounds of it, which totally makes sense with the different types of outdoor sports that they have here. But at the same time, a good portion of it was stuff that I totally was on board with anyway. So and like he kept bringing up different types of video editing stuff that they need to have done, because they're an outdoor adventure company. And they do the video editing, but they're so busy with other businesses that they're running that they don't have the time to do it. So I might be able to just get work from them doing that kind of stuff off and on as like side income, which could be totally useful. So that was good to know, and he's given me his boss's information, so I can contact him, maybe get some more information and start building bridges there for potential future in this area. The more I talk to the people here, the more inclined I am to go this direction rather than the peninsula. As much as I love the peninsula, every time I've gone there, it's amazing. Crescent Lake is so beautiful. Thinking about it from the perspective of like work and making a living and fitting into a community, I feel like I've got a stronger connection with this area, and the people I've talked to so far, they've been filled with good ideas, and they want to make it happen and get someone like me out here, which is nice. Whereas as much as I love the people I've talked to out in the Crescent Lake area and everything, I haven't seen much in the way of finding work as I've been looking around out there or creating a job. So it's a little different. But being in the center of all these outdoor sports, having somebody who is capable of doing like video and picture rentals and stuff like that, or camera rentals and all that other kind of stuff, seems like a viable side job, potentially full-time job. We'll see. So I'm going to do a little bit more investigating. I've got 4 months, but in terms of locality and like everything that's out here, this seems like it could be pretty cool. And there's a place just north of here in the mountains where the property values have dropped dramatically because the road is washed out, so it takes like an hour and a half to go all the way around to get to it. So I'm gonna look at that stuff and figure out if there's like some way to access that from this side that nobody else is doing or something, and potential property investment. So we'll see. Anyway, so I think this was fruitful. Got a lot of cool ideas. So I haven't eaten yet since I woke up. So I'm gonna go do that.